Well, I read that indictment, Patriots, January 6th indictment, and turns out there ain't a whole lot to it. It was just a plan to lie to all of us about the election and claim it was stolen to get us all pissed off and to get us up there in D.C. in case Mike Pence didn't, do what Trump wanted him to do, and then swapping those electors out for fake electors or sending the real electors back to the states. And so he had us up there so that we could do exactly what we did, try to disrupt that thing. And but in a nutshell, the whole plan was pretty much just to create riots in the streets of America so that he could use the Insurrection Act to suspend the Constitution and give himself dictatorial powers. Well, I mean, which is fine. I mean, he'd make a great dictator. He's a fine human being, though, right? I mean, that's why we got him in there. There ain't nobody better than him. I mean, yeah, he did steal from his own children's cancer charity before he was running for president. And then he stole from his own wounded veterans charity. And yeah, he did defraud a bunch of people with his fake university and those kind of things. But he's a good businessman, and those are good business decisions. And but above all, he pisses off Democrats, which is why we wanted him to begin with. And yeah, he does have about 26 different allegations of assaulting women, and yeah, he did sit there on video talking about how he just grab him when he wants to because he's a star. And yeah, I mean, he does have that 13-year-old girl that accused him and Jeffrey Epstein of taking advantage of her. And yeah, he does talk about how he'd like to sleep with his own daughter and those kind of things. But that's normal. I mean, that's normal good Christian behavior. And yeah, he did tell something like 34,000 lies, but he did that to piss off Democrats. So, and yeah, I mean, he did withhold a bunch of money from Ukraine that was already approved by Congress to get them to dig up dirt on his political opponents. And yeah, he did steal a bunch of classified documents and then lied to the FBI about it, and then lied some more, and then hid some, and all that. But that's just pissing off Democrats and virtually everybody else. And yeah, then he did lead an insurrection to try to make himself a dictator. But but he had all those accomplishments. I mean, whenever he took office, he got that soaring Obama economy that was already there for him, and he took credit for that, and he didn't really do anything to make anything any better. He had that trade war though, and that led to some of this inflation we're dealing with right now, and let us bail out farmers a couple of $1 billion. And he got the Saudis to flood the oil market for us and drove oil down to negative values and caused a couple hundred oil companies here in the United States to get shut down. And then whenever Biden got the economy going again and we were short on that oil, then that led to high gas prices. So he did do that, and he gave those tax cuts to the rich and gave us those temporary ones that's already expired, and ours are going to go up in the next couple of years. So he does have all that stuff, those accomplishments, and again, above all, he pisses off Democrats. So anyway, that's what we're doing. I'm just going to ride that Trump train all the way to the end. Which, by the way, though, bunch of us are back on the internets again on that the Donald.com, I think it is, where they plan that January 6th thing. Well, now then they're all on there talking about unaliving some jurors and some judges and some prosecutors and some Democrats. So we got that going on, but we should probably be careful because we can't even handle a bunch of good old people having a good old time on a riverboat without getting our teeth kicked in. So anyway, so that's where we're at, Patriots. Inmate Trump 2024.